Welcome to Pro Wrestling Central Illinois this week. I'm the Max Conservative Crime Fighter. We are back down in Mount Vernon. One of the few promotions running in the state of Illinois.
Coming in first, we have the Butcher, Damien Blade, the 5-point district, weighing in at 270 pounds.
And here is Damien Blade, a nearly 20-year veteran of the squared circle. Of course, the last time he appeared on this program, I mentioned that he lost quite a bit of weight. He was a super heavyweight, pushing the 300-pound mark, maybe more. But he has lost a lot of weight and kind of rejuvenated his persona. So here he is. Of course, I also mentioned that way back when he was, this is early days, wrestling for Midwest Powerhouse Wrestling, which was a early 2000s promotion. Well, the mainstays of that promotion and its successors, Full Throttle, and a few others. Of course, there was a time where he had major problems with carpal tunnel syndrome, as the nerves in his hands grew kind of bigger than the portion of the hand, the bones, where the nerves run through. They're pressing up against it. Anyway. And someone we have not seen on this program before. This is our first look at Stonewall out of Indiana. Pretty much wrestlers from all over the state have been, well, the Midwest have been coming to IWA Productions. And they had to add matches to the card. Basically ran 11 matches. Now, I don't know how. Now, this episode of the program was recorded before the event last weekend. As we are.
Hey fellas, just one little thing.
Hang on.
I know both of you gentlemen don't seem to like to play by rules. So you know what I'm going to do here? We're going to give the fans a little something special. We're going to make this a no disqualification match. How's that sound? Sound good by you? Damien, sound good by you? Well, that's a nice green tongue there you got there.
Go Stonewall!
So you know what? Hey ref, no disqualification.
Come on, Stonewall!
One hardcore.
Just
shy of hardcore.
Alright, if no DQ, I say it's hardcore rules, but some folks make a distinction between hardcore and no DQ. I don't think there's much of a distinction, but maybe semantics, if anything. Well, we are in the first week of October, well into fall. IWA Productions will be presenting an all-women's card on October the 24th, back in Mount Vernon. The show will be indoors. They're going to make us wear stupid face diapers because our governor, in his stupidity and his desperation to maintain power at any cost and screw the citizens of Illinois at every turn. I mean, really. I mean, there's going to be a reckoning, and Pritzker's going to find himself on the outs with the citizens of Illinois, especially after Election Day. Anyway, side headlock by Stonewall on Damien Blade. Years ago, these two would be about the same size, but Blade would actually be a little bit bigger than Stonewall, but in weight, but he's lost a lot of it. And he's a little bit more dangerous, although he does get careless at times off the ropes. Stonewall drops down, spinning heel kick. Catches Blade, not where he wanted to catch him, but sends him to the outside. Stonewall charges and gets clobbered in the face. No, I wouldn't be doing much in the way of diving.
Look out!
Look out. That fence I mentioned last week is not really designed for wrestlers to be running into it. And yes, that fence collapsed rather easily. Oh, look at this. He's got that bat. It's actually an axe handle. I thought there was barbed wire wrapped around it. And now Blade! Somebody had to hold that thing up. That fence.
Go outside the halo.
The feet on that fence are little plastic pipes. That thing is going to topple easily without much effort. Just saying. Armbar and sends. Well, Stonewall into the turnbuckle. So in a mess. Boy, if he hit him with that, it would have been over with. Stonewall been KO'd.
You're not going to hold that up, little guy.
Now that fence has already been toppled a few times. Stonewall in the ring. Blake gets back in. Usually I'd be at one of the ring corners, but I'm staying out of the halo as I'm not a cameraman for IWA Productions. If there was there wasn't a fence around the ring and I could get up to against the ring, then I would. Fireman's carry, and Blade slips out of it and rakes Stonewall in the eyes off the ropes and sits on the head and chokes him on the middle rope. Legal in this match. Perfectly legal. St. Louis Anarchy is supposed to run Friday in Alton. We suspect that's not going to happen. Or it may happen. But you better check their website and listen for the announcements from its promoter, Pierre Abernathy. Pitfall Wrestling Association back at the 8th Street Gym this Saturday in Springfield. On October the 3rd is an outdoor show with a start time of 4 p.m. If weather's bad, the start time may be pushed back, or if it's raining all day, may get moved to another day in the month, either the next day or the following week. Hopefully the weather stays good. World League Wrestling in Troy, Missouri, back at the Race Wrestling Academy indoors, October the 3rd. New Way Pro in Terre Haute, Indiana. On the 3rd at their usual digs at 1439 Ash Street as Stonewall hits a couple of clotheslines, and there's a power slam. Doesn't go for the cover. I would have gone for the cover. Stonewall going up. The big man goes to the top rope. Moonsault and nobody home. Man, the big guy got up there and fired it off, but too bad it didn't connect. There's an iron claw. Damien Blade with an iron claw on Stonewall. Oh my goodness! This is over. Damien Blade victorious with the claw slam. I only know of one other person that does that. That'd be Baracus. But Damien Blade is victorious in this hardcore match. Time of the fall, 6 minutes, 20 seconds. And we are going to go to a break. We're going to take a look at the weekend schedule for the shows, for the very few shows that are happening in downstate Illinois in Missouri, but there's a few happening this weekend. And there's going to be fewer shows as the year draws to a close, this lost year ruined by politicians taking advantage of the virus. And then we'll follow with a new editorial comment. Be right back.
There have been rumblings of resurrecting a promotion that had closed down last year in the past number of weeks, following the declaration from who was its promoter that he was retiring from being an active wrestler. That promotion is Central Illinois Pro Wrestling. When CIPW began its run in late 2014, it drew a fairly large crowd down in Kincaid at South Fork High School. It was doing pretty well for a few months. Eventually, however, those crowds shrank quite a bit to where in the last year of its existence, it struggled to draw even 50 fans. The only time they seemed to draw a crowd was at the unfair game shows at the Vernon annual picnic, where it is free admission. Why did this promotion decline so rapidly? From hearsay, wrestlers who said they'd never go back complain about booking and storylines not meeting adequate verisimilitude levels. In other words, things didn't make a whole lot of sense. Also, a majority of the wrestlers were the same as Pinfall Wrestling Association in Springfield. This presented its own problem, as CIPW didn't stand out on its own nor provide anything unique. Therefore, fans didn't have much of a reason to drive down to Kincaid when they could see their favorites in Springfield. It would be a stretch to think CIPW is to PWA what NXT is to WWE. The other question is, how well did CIPW promote? Did they do much advertising in the Taylorville area, which was the nearest population center? Did they even know they were there? Where did they promote their events exactly? And yes, quite a number of scheduled shows were canceled, which didn't help matters. The bottom line is this. I questioned why the promotion existed when it was having major problems in 2018. I questioned why there's a need to bring it back in 2021 after arbitrary government-imposed restrictions that have little to do with science and a lot to do with politics finally get lifted after Election Day, when left-wing extremist governors and mayors find themselves deep underwater and likely to lose re-election in landslides in a desperate attempt to placate very angry voters who want their heads on spikes for taking their freedom and liberty away for all year. Yeah, I had to rant about our power-abusing elected officials a bit there, but anyway. Bringing CIPW back makes no practical sense. It will only have the same problems it had before. There's just no point. Let it go. thoughts about this editorial comment? Post a comment below. If you're watching this on YouTube, I may read it on a future edition of the program. And that's my opinion for this week.
Man, this guy was stalling. I had to cut off. He had to chop off a couple minutes off this video because he was stalling in the locker room. Says, "Well, come out when I feel like it." Well, you might get replaced by one of the dozen wrestlers who want to wrestle in front of a crowd. They're not going to wait on you. By the way, what's with this sudden change of attitude already? Apparently, somebody stuck a flaming hot poker up his rear. Anyway. Well, now Jay Spade getting into it with a fan. Good grief.
Man, you be ugly.
Yeah, stay in the ring, buddy.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Whatever. Good grief. Anyway, Jay Spade, one half of the Stride Pro Tag Team Champions.
Jordan Whittaker. Coming in from Greenville, Kentucky, weighing at 220 pounds.
Apparently there must be relatives. Anyway, this is our first look at Jordan Whittaker. He comes from Kentucky. Here on PWCI this week, we'd like to showcase new talent when we can. We've certainly been showcasing a lot of new talent here on the program the last few weeks, being that we're down in kind of Southern Illinois, being in Mount Vernon. Boy, look at Jay Spade throwing the timber tantrum at ringside. Anyway, Jordan Whittaker circling ringside, arguing. Yeah, Jay Spade countered the Whittaker fan club. Anyway, I'm gonna get this match started. I'm trying a different angle here. Staying at a corner of the fence and extending the camera pole upward a bit higher than I normally would, instead of the center view. See how it looks for this particular match. Kind of have a little bit of variety. Pitfall Wrestling Association will be in Springfield this Saturday. Match is already announced. All Eyes on Us will be challenging Technicolor Wonderland for the PWA Tag Team titles. Also, the Brawltoberfest is getting a switch up. It won't be a Royal Rumble. This time it will be a 10-man gauntlet match. Meaning that this could be the last show of the year for PWA, given the stupid indoor gathering ban by this idiotic governor, power-abusing governor. I mean, Mount Vernon is still going to run a show indoors in late October. Mount Vernon's allowing it. Springfield, Illinois is not. Perhaps PWA may need to find another indoor venue to run that doesn't have stupid restrictions. Anyway, maybe another drive-in show would be nice. Jay Spade arguing with the fans around ringside and declines the call-a-nibble tie-up, as Jay Spade is running his mouth like crazy. And Whittaker! Atomic drop! Vernon, clothesline. Another clothesline. Well, actually, a forearm shot to the face. And Whittaker sends him for the ride. Crossbody in the corner. And Jordan Whittaker, boot to the face. And down goes Jay Spade. New Wave Pro is also running in Terre Haute, Indiana on October the 3rd, as is World League Wrestling down in, my goodness, runs right into the pole. Actually, correction, it's World League Wrestling running on the 3rd. Back at the Race Wrestling Academy in Troy. That's the shows happening the first weekend of October. We believe St. Louis Anarchy will not be running in Alton on Friday night. They are scheduled for October the 2nd, but it's not looking good. Be sure to look for an announcement from its promoter, Pierre Abernathy. Find out if the show is happening or not. Spade choking Whittaker on the middle rope. Referee admonishes him. IWA Productions presents Girl Fight. Anything guys can do, girls can do better. That'll be on October the 24th, indoors. So they have their first. Oh, look at that! Flatliner! Flatliner from Jay Spade and a cover and a 2 count. IWA Productions will be having their first show at this venue indoors. 16 women have been signed for this supercard, women's supercard, I should say.
Come on, Jordan, hit him. Come on, hit him.
Don't know what kind of format it's going to be. If it's a tournament or something else.
Oh, honey, I love it.
Jay Spade working on the arm of Jordan Whittaker. Spade stomping away on Jordan Whittaker.
Go, Jordan, go.
Of course, the PWA Women's Champion Harley will be at this event in Mount Vernon. Women's have been signed: Megan Myers, Abby Beck, Megan DeFrancisco, Katie Dream, Valentina Loca, Lena DeMedici, I think, Amber Rodriguez, Kinsey, Paige Henry, Jocelyn Navarro, Raven Black, and Mickey Knuckles. I haven't seen Mickey Knuckles in quite some time. Well, that's actually 12 women. Sorry to they're having a triple. Yeah, I guess it's 2 triple threats and then the final match. Okay. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to do 6 first round matches, pair of triple threats in the second round, and then final. For a 3-round tournament. I guess that's how they do this. Anyway. Jay Spade with a rear chinlock on Jordan Whittaker. Now the second weekend of October, as Jay Spade clobbers Whittaker. World Powerhouse Wrestling in Collinsville, Illinois at the Veterans of Foreign Wars Hall. That was a reschedule of the previously canceled show. Crossbody caught. Whittaker has Jay Spade. Fallaway slam. Strictly Insane Pro Wrestling comes to Sims, Illinois on October the 10th at the Community Center. That will be indoors, and they're going to make everybody wear masks. Sick of the mask crap. I don't want to watch a wrestling show and have to sit there in the crowd for 3 hours wearing a stupid mask that does nothing, does not protect my health one iota, despite what the governor said, despite what his quack epidemiologists say. Because anybody that uses an e-cigarette or vaping products can demonstrate how utterly useless those stupid face diapers truly are, because those thick white vape clouds go out the sides, above, and below that mask. And that's COVID virus coming out of it. So you're pretty much screwed if you're in the room with one of these, if the person breathing out is infected. That only got a 2 count. That super kick from Jay Spade, and he can't believe it. Well, I wouldn't believe it either. October 17th, Pro Wrestling Epic comes to Granite City, Illinois at the Route 66 flea market. Off the ropes, spear by Jordan Whittaker. And that is it. Jordan Whittaker, first appearance on this program, is victorious. 7 minutes, 5 seconds. Maybe we'll see more of Jordan Whittaker. Of course, he probably needs to venture a little bit further north, since he is from state Kentucky. Well, that'll do it for this edition of the program. We will have a little bit more. Well, we may have more matches from IWA Productions, or I may do a news episode. Well, I keep saying that every 2 weeks, but I need to do a news episode as Jay Spade waddles off with his tailbone in pain. If you're in the Springfield area, I hope we'll see you at Springfield Wrestling Association on October the 3rd. That's this Saturday, starting at 4 o'clock. If you're in the St. Louis area, head to World League Wrestling in Troy, Missouri. If you're in Terre Haute, Indiana, head to New Wave Pro on the 3rd. Be sure to follow St. Louis Wrestling Community at stwrestling.livejournal.com for all the latest schedule information, and if there's an announcement that St. Louis Anarchy is running or not. Until next time, this is Matt Conservative. Have a good night, everybody.